contract legally compels you to harvest this artifact.
Hey guys, this is Magic Slayer. Wow, it has been one insane weekend. But, hey, I mean, it's Monday. It's the official end of the weekend, because now we all gotta, I don't know, do Monday things. But, here we go. I mean, this is Satisfactory. It's actually ending here in a few, at 5 Greenwich Mean Time. By the time you guys are watching this, the weekend's already over. So while I still have time, I kind of wanted to go through the game yet and tell you guys some of my suggestions. What would be awesome to see in this game. And these are just my opinions. You know, they're not, nothing's etched in stone. It's not a deal breaker kind of thing. But there are things that, you know, I'd like to see in the game. And a lot of them are quality of life issues. But look at this, guys. This is the Skyway. I broke the game just a little bit, sort of, kind of, and just started building. And you know me, I got to push things to the limit. As you can see there's the factory, and there's another building I was building way back there. You can kind of see it better there. Ooh, I almost fell off. You kind of see it better there. I got the copper storage there, and then the iron storage. I got the concrete storage back there. Oh look, it's one of those flying creatures, because that's how high up we are. But I wanted to see if I could make it out to that stone pillar and beyond, and I made it beyond. I made it to the lands beyond. They it's kind of inhospitable. Like they really don't want you there, and I'll show you what happens when you go out that far. But so speaking on some of the suggestions that I have for this game, it needs more of your standard FPS controls. You know, crouching is one. I think crouching is a big one. Adding like a prone, that would be cool too, but crouching is huge. Like, I should be able to crouch behind here, or if there was a half wall. You know, some of the it's one of the features that a couple of games were missing that really need it. I don't know how intense the like the actual fighting is going to be in this game. If any, and I'm hoping there's going to be a PvP element, or even like a you know, a more intense PvE element. I know that there's bosses in the game. I know that there are incredibly tough creatures that do require ranged weaponry, and I've only unlocked tier 3 through the weekend, so the only thing I have is the rebar shooter. So here we are. This is the lands beyond, and I wasn't able to fully connect to the ground over here, although because I really wanted to build over here. But you know, as you can see, I mean, there's lakes, and there's a lake here, and there's a lot of detail over this cliff. But we start getting closer to the floor. Oh. I hit like this barrier thing. Now, I'm sure if I drop down right here, I could do it, but I would never be able to get back on the walkway. But yeah, see, it hurts. So you can't quite make it over here. Although I'm wondering if I can, if I had more time, I would definitely explore this area. But yep, as you can see, kind of broke it just a little bit. I was able to make it up onto this rock cliff here. Let me brings me to my second suggestion. Thrown weapons, grenades. Now, again, I don't know what's in tier 4, 5, and 6. But the ability to throw ordnance is a must. especially in a more combat-oriented aspect. Now, I know, we're supposed to be building factories here, but, there's still monsters in the game. There's still tough creatures. And if there's going to be a PvP element, Here we go. We're on this floating island thing. Oh, it's not really this rock pillar. It's not a floating island. Yeah, and still talking about the combat side of things, we need an easier way to switch our handheld items. Now, if having the build quick set down here at the bottom, where you just hit 1 and you can build a foundation. Let me find a good spot here. Pointing north. There we go. And actually having this quick set. Now this is handy, but we need a way to switch this out when we're not building to a more combat friendly system. Being able to if you're in build mode, or being able to select like a build mode. So that way you have the ability to switch to like a quick thing where you can swap out your weapon pretty quick. See, this is kind of slow and tedious to be able to just have to select it and drag it. And if something's attacking you, you don't have that reactionary time. You don't have that time to swap out that weapon. So we do need a way to swap weapons quickly. And the only way I can think of to suggest is to have a secondary menu, a secondary quick bar that you can hit, like, Shift 1 or Shift 2 and be able to swap between that, or be able to even just put your weapon on the hotbar in order to hot swap it. Now, although I haven't tried that, let's see if I can actually do that. No, see, there's no way to actually do that. But it would definitely be handy. That's a big suggestion that I have for the game. Another suggestion that I have is currency. Now, with multiplayer being an issue, you said it was up to 4 players, but more were able to join. Like, you're not limiting it. That's awesome. But I'm talking more on the server side of things. I know right now it's client based, but I mean that's great for now. But I know that can't stay like that forever. But for servers to actually have like a currency based system, kind of like what's already on some of the other games, like for some reason the name of the game is eluding me. Boundless. There we go. Have a currency system kind of like Boundless, where it's player driven economies, that kind of thing. Being able to set up shop stall, stuff like that. That would be immensely awesome. And it's again, like I said, these are just my opinions. It's not make or break or game changers, but they are things that other games have done, and they are nice to have. They really are. Let's see, just ran out of materials. Other things too, and I don't know if this is in the later tiers, but we need sorting logistics. So we have the splitters and the mergers, which are awesome. I've been using the absolute crap out of them. I have them everywhere. But we need a way to sort through the items. I know the splitter does a little bit, but can be confused if one of the items isn't produced on a regular basis. So having one where you can designate, I want this item down this, I want this item down that one. So that way we have sort of a sorting system. Because I'd rather pipe everything to like a central hub and then have that central hub sort all the items into the into the containers and then be able to pull from those containers at will. Or even like a central computer system where you can type in your order, like I want 100 of these, and if you have your factory set up right, your factory should be able to go through and produce those. You know, and also a centralized energy management system as well. Now I noticed the coal plants, I haven't built a coal plant yet, but the coal plants have an input for the conveyor belts. I mean that's great. That actually means I can feed into it from a remote location. But we need something that and I sort of kind of set something up here. I started to anyways. But a way to have a centralized power system where we can look at a console or a terminal and say, I want Sector A, which is, you know, Sector A is iron production. I want, you know, I want that powered, or I want to shut that down. Section B, concrete production, I want to shut that down. Things that we can, you know, actually go and manage and, you know, micromanage in some cases. But yeah, I sort of kind of did something here where it's like, okay, well, this is, you know, this is concrete production. This is the iron mines. This one and this one are iron mines. You know, a system like this, you know, of course, this I set up myself, but like a thing where it's just it's like a terminal, or like a console or a terminal where I can say, oh, well, okay, well, this power group here, this power group here, this power group here, and be able to manage it through that. You know, again, like I said, these are mostly just, you know, conveniences. They're not, it's not a make or break kind of thing. The game is awesome. Like, I'm thoroughly happy with the way the game is now, and I've only been able to play half of it. The world is beautiful and expansive. Like, there is so much that just driving around in the vehicle, I can see that, I haven't even scratched the surface, which, if I had more time, oh, you bet I'd definitely be, driving around and exploring all the caves. But yeah, like, centralized management is big. Again, I don't know what the other tiers have to offer, but yeah, and then the ability to move buildings. So if I select F, I can demolish it, but I can't move it. I can't just like say, okay, well, you know, I'm gonna pick that up, I'm gonna slide it over here. That's a quality of life change. Yeah, other than that, I mean, there's not much I can think of. I know there's other vehicles. I like the way the vehicles are set up now. Doors would be nice. But yeah, I know that's there's a good chance that that's in a work in progress. But yeah, it's yeah, see, like right here, this is a terminal system. You should be able to just be able to sit here and say, oh, okay, hold on, click, and then, oh, okay, well, this power management here, this power management here. Robots to fuel and to fill. I should be able to set up a drone to go mine a certain sector, or not mine, but like, you know, tell Bob the robot to go and clear cut this section here. You know, it's another suggestion. I don't know what kind of weaponry you guys have in mind. You know, your standard. I know I mean I have the rebar shooter, which is awesome and hilarious. But you know, what about a railgun or, you know, energy-based weapons, anything like that. But again, like I said, I don't know what the other tiers have. I don't know what you guys have already put in the game as far as that's concerned. But it does go back too on a PvP element. Well, tell me what you guys think. If my suggestions are just horrible and don't have a place, or if you guys have suggestions of your own, please feel free to comment in the comment section. And if you like this video, please help us out by clicking subscribe and that notification button. And check us out too. We do live streams throughout the week, both me and The Wolf. And The Wolf's channel is also linked in the description below. The Wolf will be joining us in this game during the early access release on the 19th. And then, you know, of course, join us on Twitch. Both of our Twitch channels are there. Wolves Entertainment MS and Wolves Entertainment TW. MS being for Magic Slayer, TW being for The Wolf. So guys, as always, remember to play hard and game harder, and until next time, safe journeys.
I strongly advise you to harvest this specimen. Harvest. Your contract legally compels you to harvest this artifact. You are so lucky that you found this most valuable artifact. Picking up multiple fix-it personnel in the area. Proceed with harvest before it's too late.